Hello, this is the No Face Movement, and it's January the 22nd, 2013. I'm bringing news for January 23rd, 2012, and I got breaking news. All right, I got warnings and breaking news. U.S. will side with Japan over China's dispute over an island that Japan owns, and the U.S. will back them. All right. In the next few years, we will see World War III. It's all coming down. This is the end game. It all started when we went to the Middle East. Alright. After Osama bin Laden and we invaded Afghanistan, took over Afghanistan, we went to Iraq, took over Iraq. We did this thing for one reason only. It's to build permanent army bases that we still operate to this day. We're not in the war, but we operate the army bases. And what the army bases do is surround China and Russia. We got military bases all around the world, and our main focus is surrounding those two countries. So when we do go to war, the battle won't be over here in the United States of America. But things has changed since 2012. Russia done gave Cuba nuclear missiles. Russia done parked nuclear missile submarines in the Gulf of Mexico. Just check out my previous reports back in the summer of 2012. Got all the proof, got all the records. Check the bottom for the links. Alright, folks, and that's not it. You see, this is the last step. They make us believe that the country of China owns us, that we own them about $16 trillion of money. That is all BS. The people that we owe the money to are the international bankers. When you see something made in China, it is not made in communist China. Only a few things that we get in America, maybe 1 out of 100 things, is really made in communist China. Everything else that you see made in China or exported from China is really made in the People's Republic of China. And that's its own separate country from China, the big red star China, or dragon, whatever people want to call it. Alright? We get our stuff from the People's Republic of China, and the person that runs the People's Republic of China is no other than a few international bankers. Alright, folks. Now, what's going on, I'm going to let Mystique read right now. Hold on. As U.S. sides with Japan on disputes islands, Beijing says it's a betrayal. Orders troops combat ready. Could cash in on U.S. debt for equity. Alright, folks. There's a lot of stuff going on overseas. Alright. If Japan keeps on warning about China, I'm about to show you all these articles real fast. But she's going to first read. Now this link's going to be at the bottom. There's mad stuff I want you guys to go through within links. Alright, this is the last thing. The French are over there bombing. Syria is surrounded by Russia and China. Iran is backed by Russia and China and by their own army. China is out around the seas, is surrounding Japan. And so are we. We're all around the world. Alright. Our army is very thin. Alright. But once Japan or China starts this fight, or once Syria or Iran start to fight, it's one of those. Alright. There will be a full-scale war. Alright. The first country that's going to push that button for a nuclear bomb, mark my words, will be Vladimir Putin. Alright. Vladimir Putin for Russia is no joke. He used to be an ex-leader. He was the leader of the KBG. He comes in, makes orders, step aside, and let his puppies run the country. Then he comes back, make new orders, let his puppies step aside. We didn't even know that we had 2 nuclear submarines 100 away from the Gulf of Mexico. When we figured it out, and once Mexico actually told us, Russia said, yeah, we were there. We were just observing. Alright? Just like they're saying that we observe. But this is their plan, folks. You see, World War III happens. The most powerful country, my loving country, United States of America. Second, China. Third, Japan. Fourth, Russia. Fifth is the European Union. Alright? And all the other countries are going to fall in place too, because it's going to be World War III. Australia, of course, is going to side with us. Canada's going to side with us. Um, a lot of Middle Eastern nations will side with actually China and Russia. Same with India. People think India would back us. India would sit back and weigh out before they back any country. All right. See what they're trying to do is cause World War III. They already got ships in place in Syria. Russia does. So does the United States of America. So does China. So does Israel. So does Iran. All right. That's in the Suez Canal, Mediterranean Ocean. They're ready for us over there. All right. There's ready to be a war over there. Now we're getting ready in the Pacific. All right. We're ready in the Middle East. It's the Pacific time, and we're about to get World War III. See, what's going to happen is there's going to be no winners of World War III. All right, they want everyone to fight, want everyone to push that nuclear bomb thing, but after it's done and said, there will be no more world powers of the world, folks. All right, the world power of the world will then be the United Nations. All right, now people think about alien invasions and all that stuff. It gets way more deeper. All right, aliens, fallen angels, spirits don't have to invade humans. Remember that. All right, and Project Bluebeams, no. The way the world's going to come together as one is by World War III, and that's going to be the after effect of it. All right, now let's read the article.
U.S. sides with Japan on disputed islands. Beijing says it's a betrayal. Orders troops combat ready. Could cash in on U.S. debt for equity. Amid rising tensions with Japan over disputed islands, Chinese Army, in a bid to scale up battle readiness, has ordered its armed helicopters to shift focus from logistic missions and gear up for combat operations. The People's Liberation Army planned to change the training strategy of its Army Aviation Unit as more and more armed helicopters joined the service. PLA Daily, which is the official newspaper of the military, quoted an Army Aviation Unit as saying, "The focus of Army Aviation Unit will be shifted from logistics missions to combat ones, from building the capacity for non-war military actions to core military actions." State-run Xinhua news agency quoted the Daily as saying.
All right, that's one article. Check that out. You got China posed to play depth card for U.S. land, and they are. We do owe them at least $1 trillion, but the other 15 trillion is to, like I said, the Republic of China. That's its own country, and I'm gonna have the link at the bottom of the video. All right, China, U.S. islands of betrayal. All right, folks, and
U.S. stand on islands a betrayal. Veiled U.S. warnings to Beijing not to challenge Japan's control of disputed islands encouraged Tokyo's dangerously right-leaning government and betrayed Washington's vow of neutrality, Chinese state media said Saturday. The comments came as Japan's Coast Guard said 3 Chinese government ships had entered Japanese territorial waters around the islands, known as the Senkaku in Japanese and the Diaoyu in Chinese.
all right. And remember, World War II, World War I was all set up, and like World War III is gonna be set up. All right. This is the main reason they're gonna tell people it's either gonna be either China or it's gonna be Syria, Iran. That's the main reason. Then the second reason they're gonna say we went after China is to say that we have to get out of debt. All right. But the point of this war is that there's no winners. At the end of this war, there would be a one world government run by the United Nations. And none of this should happen. I'm for a one world government, but not by war, not by destruction. You see, not depopulating people. People don't need to die. Animals don't need to be depopulated. People have to take the technology that we have, that these beings or people that are controlling the world. We got everything to survive in this world. The world is growing and expanding. All right, the Earth has enough food to support 18 billion people on it, folks. Not just 9. It's steadily growing. That's why the Earth is growing. We're seeing a lot of stuff. One reason is from the Earth growing, and it's doing it naturally. So people ain't got to go kill each other, depopulate. But their big purpose is to control the world and have us as slaves. All right, folks. Another article is going to be at the bottom. Japan warns It may fire on China. Alright, that's from yesterday too, on the 22nd. But we got a lot of stuff going on. Syria is surrounded by Russia and China. Iran, Russia, and China. We control the rest of the Middle East. But we're all our Navy ships are there. They're just ready. Alright? Because once, say if it starts in Japan or France just started it, right? Once Japan fires on China, China's going to fire back on Japan. And for the first time ever, I could say with 100% guarantee, we're going to fire back on China. Once we fire back on China, alright, China is going to open fire on us in the Sudan Canal where they're parked at, and Russia's going to be right behind them. Because you got to think, Vladimir Putin is a KBG leader and crazy man. But they're all part of coming for a one world government. It does not matter who starts the war, how the war starts. We are and we will see World War III in the next decade at least. Alright? In the next 5 years. I could even say the next 3 years. We can even see World War III this year. It's all just hanging on a string. It's just that first person. A crazy Iran dictator, crazy Syria dictator. China got a cool head. Well, Vladimir Putin got a crazy head. Alright, folks? This is the No Face Moon. Please rate, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Blogspot, Critterbox, and the Godlike Production. And Above Top Secret. This is the movement. Movement till next time. Facing off.